What's going on, guys? We are Tottenham TV here, and not your usual setting. Apologies for the lack of production value in this video, but we thought, unfortunately, we can't get to studio today. But with all the Romero news coming out, and I thought we need to keep you up to date with what's going on with Christian Romero, with this deal that is toing and froing back and forth. It seems every single, let alone day, every single hour, there seems to be a different conflicting update to the hour before that. And there was some big news that kind of broke last night in terms of the Christian Romero deal. About 10:30 at night, we got a big update from Fabrizio Romano. He said Tottenham have been in talks today with Atalanta to improve their bid, guaranteed €50 million for Christian Romero. Romero is going to be called up for training on Monday, but the hopes for the deal to be completed as soon as possible, and he wants Tottenham Hotspur. And this followed a flurry of very promising and positive updates about this deal from very reliable sources. DiMarzio was next in line, saying Atalanta had new contacts with Tottenham for Christian Romero. The English club has offered a guaranteed cash value of more than 50 million and want to speed up negotiations. So there seems to be a theme that Tottenham are in a hurry for this deal to get done. We want to push it through, and we don't want to be negotiating and waiting any longer. We want to get this deal over the line, which is positive. I like the sound of that. And Matteo Moretta, who's a journalist for Sky Italy, he says Christian Romero doesn't want to miss out on the opportunity to play for Tottenham. Spurs will reach the figure of 50 million for him, but Atalanta have to find a replacement before signing, before Spurs are allowed to sign him. So everything last night at 10:30 was pushing in the right direction. It seemed as though this deal all of a sudden had taken a turn for the better. It seemed Tottenham were finally going to push the boat out a bit to try and get this deal over the line, which is what everyone's been calling for. But within an hour, all of a sudden we had a update from Romano again. This was about 11 o'clock at night. He says Tottenham and Atalanta had new contacts today, but they have still not reached an agreement for Romero. Atalanta have not accepted the bid from Spurs. Tottenham are not happy with the situation. All of a sudden, you're thinking, okay, maybe they haven't accepted the bid. What's going on? Maybe they're still waiting to sign someone. Maybe there's some positivity, and then there was a massive hammer blow from DiMarzio at about midnight. He said the meeting between Tottenham and Atalanta over the transfer of Romero did not get the desired effects, and the negotiations suffered a significant step backwards. He went on to say in his article that if in the next few day or two, if negotiations do not go in a positive direction, they could be permanently shelved, he said. And this was in 2 hours of all these positive steps of Tottenham meeting, upping their bid for Christian Romero to try and force through the move. They were in a rush to do it, and all of a sudden, there were these talks at Atalanta suggesting that this deal is on the rocks again within an hour and a half. And in a weird twist in this story, DiMarzio also said that Tomiyasu is on Atalanta's list of potential replacements for Romero if the deal to Spurs goes through, which is an interesting twist of fate, because maybe in a weird way our bid or potential transfer of Tomiyasu could be the thing that is holding up the Romero deal, because if Atalanta are able to get Tomiyasu through the door, maybe they will allow Romero to join Spurs. But all of a sudden, Tottenham want Tomiyasu and Romero, and that could be holding up the deal. So that is an interesting twist in the story from a Tottenham point of view, that Atalanta want Tomiyasu. Romano then gave one final update. This was this morning, saying Christian Romero is doing everything he can to join Tottenham, and he is pushing for a move. So it seems that Romero is fully on board. He's already agreed personal terms. We know that he agreed personal terms about a week ago. Tottenham has seemed to be doing their part in upping the price, which is positive. They seem to be going to the 50 million, guaranteed 50 million that Atalanta want, or seem to have wanted, and now all of a sudden talks are breaking down. It was a significant step backwards, DiMarzio said last night, and that was a really worrying update, because everything was seeming so positive, and then within 90 minutes everything was on the rocks again. And this deal just doesn't let up, and it's been an emotional roller coaster following this deal. I'm hopeful by what I'm seeing is that it's just Atalanta at the moment. The suggestion is Atalanta are just waiting to sign a replacement before allowing Romero to leave. So despite the fact that Atalanta are not letting him leave just yet, I think maybe what the situation is, what I'm reading into what I'm reading, is that Atalanta are refusing to let Romero go before they've signed a replacement, and that's upset Tottenham because they are desperate to get this deal done as soon as possible. They want to get it over the line. According to Damasio, Nuno wants Romero to be available for that Man City game, and he wants him starting in the Tottenham back four for the Man City game. That's what is reported. So I think from that point of view, it kind of makes sense that Tottenham are upset that Atalanta are still refusing to let him go because they want to find a replacement. And then Atalanta are kind of going through the motions of finding a replacement, and that is kind of holding up the deal at the moment. It would be a cruel twist of fate if they choose Tomiyasu as their replacement. That's what's holding up the Romero deal. Football London did an update this morning saying the Tomiyasu deal looks really. Tottenham are very confident. Apparently, there's a deal in place in principle, and it's going to go through after the Olympics, and Tottenham want to sign Tomiyasu and Romero. That is what Football London are reporting. So this deal, I guess, is going to rumble on for a few days more. It seems I'm still positive it's going to happen. I'm hoping this significant step backwards is maybe below. I'm hoping it's blown out of proportion. It's not as significant as Damasio is suggesting, but this deal just doesn't stop twisting and turning. It doesn't stop having something cruel around the corner. As soon as one positive update comes, there's about 3 negative ones like an hour later, and then there's more positive ones the next day. So this wouldn't be Tottenham Hotspur if it wasn't a deal that we had no idea if it was going to go through or not, and if it wasn't significant snags in the deal before eventually getting over the line. I think the positivity is we did make the improved bid. I think that just shows something about us, that we're willing to push the battle a bit more to make sure we get him through the door, whereas in previous years maybe we would have balked at that and just said, look, we have our price and we're not going any higher than that, and we're willing to miss out on him. That's maybe a bit of Paratici in this deal, forcing Spurs to up their price. But as of yesterday, there was a significant step backwards in the talks. So we have to wait and see how this is going to play out next week. Hopefully, look, there's going to be more negotiations. The deal is nowhere near finished at this time. So hopefully Spurs can force it through. Hopefully we can overcome any of the significant. Hopefully we can overcome any of the significant mishaps in this deal that has been plaguing it. I think it will get done. If we're willing to pay 50 million, I'm pretty sure Atalanta are going to accept that. And I think, in my opinion, it's just a case of waiting for them to get a replacement. But who knows with Tottenham Hotspur? We'll have to wait and see. But let me know in the comment section below what you think of this deal. Is it going to get done? Is it going to get over the line? Are you confident that Tottenham can finally see this deal through? Are you happy that we've pushed the bar a bit and gone for that £50 million move? Or was that meeting last night with Damasio saying, is that a big worry for you? Let me know in the comment section below. Let's hope we get over the line. Like, subscribe and comment. And as always, come on you Spurs.